conscious breathers, infinite beings alike. So we're going to talk about being the anomaly of the family. Because it's about that time where, in America at least, where you're having family get-togethers, and many of us in the awakened tribe, if you will, or the awareness in terms of tribe goes to a certain point where family, aka family. And I definitely want to say that family is not always blood, and we have to remember that. I think that is definitely important to acknowledge, because if you acknowledge that reincarnation is real, you can literally look at the breath for quote-unquote proof, but this is beyond proof. This is part of life. This is literally part of life. A leaf may fall from the tree into the ground, gets reused into the ground. Even though it may be perceived as quote-unquote dead, all those cells is being reutilized in the earth to create another tree, or use it as quote-unquote nutrition and transmuting into a quote-unquote healthier tree. It's transmuting into a healthier tree in that sense. So your blood family may see you as dead, or the quote-unquote anomaly of the whole family, and they might not resonate with the awakened path that you have chosen into beyond pursuing but embodying. Someone goes, how is the breath proof? Well, in your dreams you're breathing, right? When you leave the quote-unquote body, the body is no longer breathing. The body is no longer breathing. In your dreams you're breathing, while you're asleep you're breathing. So what does that tell you? All points in time is connected via breath. All points in time is connected via breath. So if we can acknowledge that beyond being the quote-unquote black sheep, it's I don't even like to say sheep anymore in terms of the black sheep of the family. It's the anomaly of the family. Because maybe your past life has designed some type of manner to put you in, and put you in certain situations, put you in certain family situations, if you will, to see if you're strong enough to break through and literally crack the matrix code, if you will. Literally crack the matrix code. You know, anomaly over the black sheep. You're not a sheep. You're more than a sheep. You're a glitch, if you will, of the matrix in the family stereotype. There was a certain point in history where family, quote-unquote family, they were not always put into what we know as quote-unquote for family, home. All right, you stay there. There was a point in time in the history of the world where there was always a continuous migration. There was no stagnation whatsoever. There was always continuous exploration. There was always continuous migration over and over and over and over and over again. In some countries, they still do this. More like Tibet. Tibet is one of those countries where you go into another village and they take you in as their own. Africa is one of them too. So this goes beyond being the black sheep. This is literally breaking the anomaly, because over and over and over, what if you are literally placed in the same setting, same thing, just a different timeline? And we're literally just repeating this whole simulation over and over and over again. And that's why, quote unquote, some light workers really have a mental fog, if you will, and they keep on asking themselves, why are we here? Why are we here? What are we doing here? What's the point? And why is the evil that is, if you want to perceive it as evil, I look at it as just another program. Just another program. And I'll even go into royals and how they're taught, especially royals. Listen, some royal families, what they'll do is they will always grow their kids, depending on the type of royal family they are. If they've been in power for so long, and I mean beyond England, in that community, I'm talking about Thai royal family. I'm talking about some royal family even in South Africa. I'm literally talking about royalty you've probably never even heard of, but they do exist. Go search them up. There are still royal families out and about. And they teach their kids literally about energy, in the sense of, you're more than money, you're more than the material. They literally get teachers from all different parts of the world to teach their kids all different types of things when it comes to quote unquote energy. And part of us is of that royal blood. And I mean royalty in the sense of natural law. Natural law is royal. There's more of it than, there's more blades of grass than there are humans. Yes, there are more blades of grass than there are humans in the whole entire world. What does that tell you about natural law? So being the anomaly in the family is a huge blessing. It's a huge gift in the sense. And when you are part of the anomaly and you're glitching a program, it is very recognizable. It is, in terms of source energy, it's like you're having a bunch of Agent Smiths coming after you in that sense. And when they come after you, it becomes a chase. But beyond the chase, when Neo finally stopped running, and said, I'm going to take control of this. I'm not going to run anymore. I'm going to see what I can bend. I'm going to see what I can quote unquote bend into my reality and shift it where I can utilize it as power. But it goes beyond power. It goes in the sense of harmonization. Because the Matrix goes so deeper than what you actually think it does. You can even go read the book. The creator, she wrote I forgot what the book is called, but she's actually the original writer of the Matrix. And just really think of a source programming. When something glitches, it's either sparking, because I used to work in computers as well. You can literally see sparks, so you know something is wrong. It's just like a car that has engine problems. You'll start to see smoke. Same thing applies when you are the quote unquote anomaly of the family. Beyond black sheep, it is literally the anomaly. And you are part of the many anomalies. And how you utilize that spark in reality can shift how you perceive being left out, because you're not left out at all. you're igniting a part of you that can really be seen, and that's powerful, and that comes with responsibility as well. Hello, Angelica. Someone goes, sorry to be off topic, but I just wanted to ask, how did we come into existence? Like, how did our souls became into existence? Her name is Sofa. Oh, Sofa Stewart. Yes. Sofa Stewart. Thank you for that. But like I said, it's beyond being a quote-unquote black sheep. It's really being the anomaly. What are the odds that I am sitting under a baby coconut? Wow. Does anyone want to go live right now? We have a few people that would want to go live. Today's topic is being the anomaly, going beyond being a quote-unquote black sheep of the family. Color Steamer in the house. Hello there, brother. I'm free later on. I have a in-person client I have to go to around 12, but if you're free to hang, let me know. It's such a beautiful day. You too, Angelica. Let me know if you're free to hang. I want some reasoning to literally go places with the little moped. Stamoy in the house. Hola, mi amigo.
Hey, brother, how you doing?
Beautiful. I'm doing wonderful here. It's a beautiful
Awesome.
day here in Florida.
It is beautiful in Florida right now. I agree. You know how it rolls.
Beautiful day.
I
was expecting for it to be a little bit chilly. I was gonna do some flame breathing out here, but I came out here. I was like, all right, I'll actually take it slow. It's pretty warm today.
Yeah, yesterday it was cool, and now it's warming up again. And I heard by the end of the week it should start cooling down again.
So today's topic is being the anomaly and going beyond, quote unquote, being the black sheep of the family. I like to say anomaly because anomaly shows that you're glitching in a sense of a program that is, quote unquote, supposed to be.
Yes.
Rather than being a black sheep. Black sheep, I feel like, is so constructed and limited in a sense. Why be a sheep anyway?
Why be a sheep anyway? Yeah. Yeah, it's really the basis of, you can go back to like breaking a generational curse, you know? So, like, it really is, I guess, the process of changing everything that's happened before you and becoming what is present now. Am I breaking off?
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah. Being the anomaly. I'm the anomaly of my family, you know? I'm sure you are too.
Big time. In a Jamaican household, yes, I am the anomaly.
Yeah. It definitely explains the importance of, as you were saying, you know, breaking something or or becoming the glitch, you know. It's the glitch in the matrix. It's exactly what we are. And I guess it's the process of just changing and there's different, you know, there's progress, which doesn't really exist, but there's change. So when you change something, you know, there's no progress because, you know, nobody's really making progress. Inside of a generation of people, we're not really making progress. But change is everything. Because now everything's different. It's all swapped into different places. That's what the glitch is. You know, you're belonging somewhere where you might not have necessarily belonged.
That's a beautiful insight. I
Hell
like
yeah.
that. I like that. And I was saying how, you know, in terms of where we're at now and being the anomaly, you also have to acknowledge that your past lives and all those things play into factor to becoming a quote unquote anomaly
Yes.
in a
Yes.
sense. You
Yeah.
know,
Understanding.
maybe all your past lives you were literally part of a program that is quote unquote restricted at a certain point till you came to this point in time where you're like no more restrictions. Let's let the soul break loose and explore beyond quote unquote restrictions.
Exactly. Yeah. Understanding our past lives, understanding our past life, like the one that we're in already, and those two things really make up the basis for changing. Again, changing, not making progress, but changing where we are now. Um, when you do understand past lives in different embodiments, you understand messages that you failed to receive, and you understand things that you could have changed. The realization is it's getting out of duality and moving towards unison. That's the glitch essentially, because this 3D plane that we're in is, it's dual. But to get out of that dual perspective, you must realize that there really is no good or bad. There's just change. It's always back to change.
And change is going back to natural law. Change is in everything. You know, the tornado might spin and people might think it may be a bad thing. Earthquakes may be a bad thing, but the earth is literally saying, no, this is change.
This is change.
It's not a good or a bad thing. I need this.
I need this. I need to make room for something new.
It goes back to the cells that we have within us. You know, they are literally changing. They're not the same cells. We are literally not the same person we were literally a millisecond ago.
Literally, that's the change. And like the realization is it has to destroy earthquakes, tornadoes, natural law. It has to destroy to make room for something new. So for you to be the anomaly, to be the glitch, to change in the family, you have to break old generations down. You know?
And going into quote unquote breaking, I think that is what the anomaly is there for, because they are, in terms of the programming that is around you, the family, the blood family, if you will, or whatever family you're in, is seeing the anomaly within you, and it is shifting their perception, and that is literally part of a program in itself in terms of breaking,
Breaking.
breaking.
Yeah, when you become a new perspective for blood family or people that are around you, it allows other people to get a different perspective, and that perspective can help them change. It can help them realize. It gives them the ability to say, "Huh, this is this person looks really happy. They're my son or they're my daughter." But the realization is they're just another person. And witnessing them see this, witnessing them, watching them grow, they're saying, "Wow, this my child or my brother or my sister is growing. They're changing." And it's real important. It always hits home, because they're just like, this person that is related to me is no longer what I thought them to be. And there's the change right there. And that's what catalyzes onto everybody else. That's the domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely how you usher in New Earth, essentially.
So, in terms of the domino effect, that goes into saying, blood family we're not limited to quote unquote blood family.
We're not.
Just because they're blood doesn't make them family.
It does
I'm
not.
not. I mean, in the sense of everyone is family, in a
Yes,
sense.
soul family.
Our brother, sister, our spouse technically is family.
Yeah. We're all under the sun.
We're all under the sun. It's all touching us in a sense. In a sense where if you cannot perceive space, at least see that the sun is touching quote unquote everyone. So in a sense, we're all connected in the sense of family.
It goes even deeper than that. We all breathe.
Exactly. My exhale is literally going into your your
It's
inhale.
the same thing. It's the truth, though.
So we're all related. We are all related. And going into relations, what is what? Let's break down that term, relating, and relation. That even ties into quote unquote relationship.
Yep.
If if you have a relationship with the sun, and other people have a relationship with the sun, I feel like we're polygamous at this point, right?
That is the point. That's the whole thing right there. It's
We're
true
in a polygamy
polyamory.
relationship.
And it's the whole world. We're all truly connected. And that definitely does bring up another perspective of duality or separation, because there really is no separation. You know, nothing. You can't be separated when we're all in unison, all connected to the single earth, or connected to the single breath, or connected to the single sun. You know, even though there's two suns, but we're not going to get into that.
Well, even if someone didn't believe in the two suns, they can really look at the moon and say it's a reflection of the sun, the sunlight. So in hindsight, I think there's three suns, really.
I agree. It would make sense. Mind, body, spirit.
In Japanese folklore, there's even a movie on this, which was so on to the point of everything I've read, and my friend at the time who was in the UN and everything he knew, literally put into perspective. If you go looking into quote unquote inner Earth in that aspect, apparently inner Earth doesn't have a moon, so it'll get dark to a certain point, but it's like dawn in a sense, and then it just goes back into light and sunshine, but there's no stars.
Man, that's super interesting. Yeah, inner Earth, man, that's a concept. Gosh, that is a concept. Damn.
Is.
I haven't necessarily done enough look or deep diving or even projection to understand that plane of existence. I'll be honest.
It's if you could if you know how to project, just you can do this for a while. I did this. It was a really interesting concept of where you lay down in the ground at the same spot days and days and days, literally flat on your back, lay down and get into the habit of projecting, getting back to that point. And then instead of going upwards on your body, just get in the movement of down, 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 down. And that's a powerful way to just program yourself. And it might take a couple of days, it may take a couple of months, but as long as you do it at the same spot on the ground, it'll harmonize with your energy signature. And it'll suck you right in.
Yeah, it's like building a root system, essentially.
Yeah, that's one way of harmonizing with quote unquote getting into that plane, if you will. Literally, even with Orin therapy, literally pour it into that same spot too.
Oh man, just open a portal right there, man.
How deep do we want to go? we got some time. Alchemy right here. Some in-depth alchemy right here.
That is alchemy. Let's just make a portal right there. Yeah,
there
man.
You go.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah. So your DNA signature, when you're pouring it into that same spot, it'll seep into the ground, into the dimensions of Earth in itself, and you're always laying there. You're going back and forth, going back and forth, and going back and forth. The main thing you want to just have in your head, because most astral projection classes, or I really never took a class, but from what I've heard from other people, they're always, they're coming outside their body. They're laying down in the bed and they're coming out. Oh, I see my body in the bed. Okay, let me go upwards. Well, you can do the same thing, but get in the habit of mentally saying, I'm projecting down, and just projecting down, literally, in that sense. And what you can also do is, too, as soon as you, this is a nice, interesting exercise in itself, of when you're laying down on the grass, and maybe you might be camping in a sense, too. Florida's one of the best spots to do it as of this time. But you can literally just go thump on the ground and just be still and just harmonize with that motion.
Yeah, 100%.
Into sleep.
Man, yeah. Projection really is an interesting thing. You have to be in a state of sleep while still being consciously aware. That's the basis for it. And it really is it's such a concept to just go down, to leave downward instead of lift upward. But it makes sense. I assume it'd be a darker experience. But, darker light, there really is no separation yet again.
No separation.
None. It all comes from source anyway. Oh man. Damn, you got me interested now. I'm just gonna go out in my yard and do that. I'm gonna have to.
Let's see what other people are saying right now. Okay. Yeah, that went pretty deep right there.
Yeah.
I was gonna make that another topic for another day, but
yeah.
Oh well.
You might have to. Yeah, you seriously.
I'll cut it out. I'll cut it. Yeah, I'll cut it out and make it its own thing later.
Definitely. Back into becoming the glitch or breaking anything really, which is almost unnecessary. We went over most of the concepts behind it as to why it is important to break generational curses or change the way that we perceive things, because change really is just a process of creating. So when you do create, you have the ability to manifest, essentially, quote unquote, manifest, or vibrate at a resonant frequency that attracts that frequency back to you. But to change, you must have poles. So when you have poles, you have oppositions, but those poles are inside of you. You've got your negative and positivity, but it goes far beyond that because they are all just one thing. So when you are in unison with both of those poles, you can attract. And that's why we're electrical, which is, another point of computers and glitches is, everything really is based off of human design. Literally. It's so ridiculous, really.
All right, brother. I'm going to end it off there. Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely, brother.
Thank you all for sharing the breath. Peace.
Rock on.
Frequency shift. Full on frequency shift. I want to thank Devon, the Black Airbender, for giving me that one breathwork session. I've been able to, take his tools that he's given me and apply it to my own life. And I knew he knew I was going to do that. He wanted to give me the tools to assist in my continued journey inward, and he definitely has done that. He's given me some tools that, I'm going to utilize. And it's going to just push me further inward and upward and onward. Thanks for sharing the breath, you guys. Peace. What's going on, you guys? Just want to give a shout out to Devon, the Black Airbender on Instagram. I just had a session with him, a breathwork session, and he teaches something called Alchemy Breathwork. Now, I've done a lot of breathing exercises and breathing techniques, from YouTube and from various teachers, from various books. This guy has got his own thing going on. He has his own sequences. He has his own techniques. Some of the tools he taught me I've never done before, and I experienced immediate results. After we were done with our session, I was sweating and feeling good. I was feeling like I just smoked weed or popped a pill or something. I achieved a head change and just feeling so good. I was kind of stressed in the beginning because I just got off work, and now look at my energy. I'm hyped up. And I highly recommend you hit him up for a coaching session with breathwork. He actually does walk you through it, and he takes you through the process, and he cues you when to inhale, when to exhale, and it was great. Hit the